Hi world, today we're going to be making asparagus, fresh asparagus. There's the bag that it comes in. You can find it in your local Sam's Club. Rice, there's the rice already up to a boil, okay? It's going to be done maybe in a couple more minutes. Okay, and we have shrimp here. Here's the bag that the shrimp comes in. Easy peel raw shrimp. I left the peelings there so that you can see that I actually did peel them. Okay, I have the oven heated to 350 because the asparagus will go in the oven. I'm going to cook the asparagus and season them with salt and pepper. And I'm just going to put some, I can't believe it's not butter. And it's going to just really marinate it on up. It's going to be really good. Okay, now the shrimp. To season the shrimp, I'm going to use roasted garlic herb. If you can see that, it's by Weber. You can find that in Jewel's, Dominic's, things like that. Places like that, you can find that. I'm going to use the seasoning salt. You see that? I'm also going to use black pepper. I'm going to use, I can't believe it's not butter, to cook it. And I'm also making what the shrimp is going to be lemon seasoned. So we're going to put lemon juice also in the pot with the butter. Okay, let's get started. Let's season the shrimp. As you can see, I put some on it already, but I flipped them over. And when you flip stuff over, it kind of goes over to the other side. So let's try to do this side here. Put a little on there. Okay. Let's take the seasoning salt and put that on there as well. You don't want to season it too heavy. You don't want diabetes or high blood pressure and none of that type of stuff going on. So I'm using, I can't believe it's not butter, just because this is black pepper here that I'm sprinkling now. I can't believe it's not butter, just because it's the healthiest form, I heard anyway. Got some parsley here. Sprinkle a little more parsley there. So what we're going to do now is take the asparagus. I've already cut the asparagus. So what we're going to do now is take some salt. And sprinkle it across it. Not that much. You don't want that much on it. Take some pepper. And sprinkle the pepper across, not that much. Okay. Let's turn the rice down because it's kind of boiling to a point because my pot is so small. I'm using really small utensils here. Okay. So we'll take that. Let's get a knife or something. Let's get a fork. Get a fork here out the drawer. Stick up in the, I cannot believe it's not butter. I can't believe that. Wow. Really, it isn't? Okay. Put some of that in the pot. Let's turn our pot on. Wrong one. Let's turn our pot on. It doesn't need to be high because we're cooking shrimp. Everyone knows it only takes 5 minutes to cook some shrimp. So we don't need the pot really, we don't need the stuff really high. So you put some lemon juice in the pot also, along with the, I can't believe it's not butter. You don't have to do this, but that's just me. You don't have to do that. I also like to put ginger in it also, so that it makes this, see the ginger? It makes up this sort of thick, saucy something, I don't know. And it is just wonderful with the lemon shrimp. It tastes really good, and it really complements it. So what we're going to do now is just put a little ginger on top of the butter. Can you see it? I'm not using like teaspoons and all that type of stuff, measurements. I'm not using that. You know how much you might need when when you're composing it. You know how much. to use and how much not to use. Let's put just a little more of the, I cannot believe it's butter. Oh my God, it's not butter. Okay, put a little more of that in there. Like that there. And let's let that heat up. Once that heat up, it'll come to this richness and this thickness, and it'll look delicious without the shrimp in the pot. So we already know what we're coming up with. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. I can't believe it's not butter, because we're gonna use that to cook the asparagus. We'll put a dip right there, and let's take another little chunk just to put a dip on this side of it. Okay. So we don't need to spread it across. It'll eventually go across to each side and touch every last one, and it'll give it a good enough to cook all of them. So the oven is already heated, like I said before, 350, and we're going to place that in the oven. We'll let that cook for about 20 minutes. Not even that long, maybe 15. We'll let it cook for about 15 minutes in the oven, the asparagus, just to get it so to the crunchiness, and it'll just be wonderful, I'm telling you. So what we're doing here, you see how thick and rich that's coming out? See that ginger that's in there? Let's get all of the ginger in it. Now what we're going to do, because it is up to a boil, and it's looking good enough to throw the shrimp in. So now let's just place them in the pot. There's one we'll place. It's another. And we're just dropping the shrimp on in the pot. You just drop them on in, It's looking good, right? Right? Cute. Cute, right? Let's scoot them over. You can just bunch them all on in there. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make that big of a difference, you know? Okay, so let's let those cook. We all know that shrimp does not take long to cook. Let's see our rice. Okay, because I can feel it with my fork. The rice is not done yet, so we're going to take the rice over here because my pot is so small. We're going to take it right there, put some more water in it, and just we're going to let it cook some more. And this is the brand of rice I used. I'm sure it's what everyone probably uses. Well, from where I'm from anyway. So we're going to let the rice cook up some more, because just by touching it with my fork, I can tell that the rice was not done. Okay, so we'll let that cook up some more. Look at the shrimp. They're looking just delish. Turn it over. Doesn't that look beautiful? That looks really, really good. It really does. Take it. Look how cute that is. Wow. I know you wish you were here to get some. But I'm telling you, you can go and make this stuff. You don't have to go to these very expensive restaurants and spend all your money to do something that you can do yourself. It's really, really easy. You can cook this for your man, or you can cook this for your woman, or however you can cook it for your, or whatever. We all know what I'm trying to say. You know, whatever is your thing. You can cook it for granny, mama, dada, whoever, your children, long as they're not allergic to any of these seasonings that I put in there, which I use ginger. I use this lemon. I got that also from Sam's Club. A lot of this stuff here comes from Sam's Club. Here, Sam's Club. All this stuff here comes from Sam's Club. Okay, I didn't use Mr. Magic. we're gonna sprinkle a little magic on the second batch of shrimps that we're gonna put in the pot. Since these are already cooked up, we don't really need to use that because it doesn't make a big difference anyway. But do you see how thick the sauce in the pot is getting? It's getting really, really thick and really, really cute. Really, really cute. Okay. I had to grab my plate, sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, because the shrimp is done. So we all know how to cook rice. We don't need to be, you know, need to be a rocket scientist to cook rice. We don't need to be a rocket scientist to also make asparagus. And they smell really, really good. But do you see that? You see that? It's gonna cook up really, really nice. And the shrimp, also, let's show you how it's gonna look. Take it like that. Look, it's in one of them pans that you don't need, the easy clean pans or whatever they call them. Look at that. How freaking cute is that? That looks really, really hot. And he's over here keep asking me, is the food ready? Wave to the camera. Wave to the YouTube people. He's starving. That's what he acts like anyway. Anybody know kids, they eat every 2 minutes. Okay. So this is everything that I used. And I am finished with my demonstration of asparagus, rice, and shrimp. Look how beautiful that is. You're hungry, right? Let's eat.